All right, so it's time to talk about everyday carry hot beverage kits. All right, first things first. Some of you will remember this waist pack. This is what I use when I'm out mountain biking. And I've been using it for a while as a beta, and it's really a pretty lovely prototype. It's very few improvements I'd like to make to it, frankly. But this, and this is, I should point out, just for scale, this is how big this thing is, okay? And this is fully loaded for a bike ride right now. So spare tools, spare parts, tiny little first aid kit. It's got a pump in the bottom and some zip ties and all of that. But this is the pertinent bit here. So we'll pull that out. We'll get this off to the side. And this is my current EDC hot beverage kit. And in my world, that means tea, but in your world, maybe that means coffee, which would be a little different than this. I don't have a scale down here to weigh this, but this is a titanium Tokes 450 milliliter mug with a lid, and it contains everything I need. And you're thinking, yeah, but how are you going to put that on the stove? And the answer is the stand fits right around the base of this. So if God, it's always so hard to do this stuff one-handed with you all. Anyway, pop this off. So we got a mug with a lid. If you've not seen one of these before, it's got these wire handles that pop out of it like that stay nice and cool, and that's delightful. This is a alcohol burning stove. It has fuel in it right now, but there's a screw on top with an O-ring up here, so it seals up pretty nicely. This is a smothering lid for it with a handle. This guy drops inside this jam like that. Easy peasy. And then this comes off, obviously. There we go. This lid comes off. You light it with this lighter, right? Easy peasy. And then this guy goes like that. Sits right on top. It's got a nice little gap so the burner has room to do its thing. You fill that up with some water. I carry tea bags in here. In this case, almost always during the winter, it's peppermint tea for me, but I tend to like herbal teas when I'm out and about. Not because I don't want the caffeine hit, but because I drink tea that uses milk, and I don't want the hassle of carrying dairy with me and the cleanup of that. I also carry a 35 millimeter film canister. It pains me that I have to say what that is because some folks might never have seen one of these. This is what rolls of film used to come in. And this guy is filled with some sugar. This is way more than I need, but this is also way more tea bags than I need in here. So between the two of these, I'm good for, I don't know, 3 or 4 really good sized mugs of tea if I need them. And that's the entire kit. This whole thing fits into this tiny little pouch, and is enough for me to make tea for myself while I'm out and about. Truth be told, this mug is big enough that I could probably boil enough water for 2 people to have reasonable mugs of tea while out and about if the other person had something to drink it from. So, but this is really intended as my just me kit, and it works pretty well for that. It's super light, it's really compact. The fuel is already in here, so like there's no mussing about. I could set this up really quickly and really easily and get myself going mid-ride if I need to warm up. Okay, so that's this kit. What I wanted to also show you was a slight variation on the theme, because being a family person, I have children, and convincing them to go hiking when it is gross outside can be difficult, and it can be made more enticing if you have cocoa or something with which to tempt them in the middle of your hike. So I made a video about this maybe a week ago, a little bit less, I guess. And this is a walled basket bag that I'm prototyping, because it's designed to go into a walled 137 basket on the front of a bicycle. And in here is the slight variation which is this guy. And this is, if I have the entire posse out and I need to make more beverages than I can carry in the other little guy, this is an aluminum hard anodized tea kettle, super duper duper lightweight. This will actually fit in my waist pack as well if I really needed to. And this guy holds enough to make quite a few cups of hot water for cocoa or for tea. And I've got a couple of these resin, plastic, whatever, mugs that I bring with me for that sort of thing. And I can fit this kettle and this kettle, by the way, we should point out, fits very happily on top of that little burner. Works very adequately for this sort of thing. And so I can fit the stove kit and the various powders and teas and whatever, this kettle, tools, 2 of these mugs, definitely more, a camera, all that sort of, and some extra layers, all inside this bag. So if I want to go out on a family bike ride and we want to be able to stop and make drinks or whatever, this is the setup that I use for that. But this tiny little setup with this mug is key for this, is perfect when I'm out solo. And the entire thing, I'm flabbergasted by the fact that I can take an entire cooking system, drop it, gosh, this is great. This whole thing, fuel included, right inside, right? You get your tea bags, get wedged down inside there, all out of the way style, like that, right? Lighter fits in. Sugar, like, it's a tiny bit of an awkward fit, but good enough. The lid gets most of the way on, and the stuff sack. Oh, this whole thing, by the way, fits right. If you orient the handles around these spines properly, the whole thing will slide in all the way down to the catches, and then this entire thing fits into this and drops into your into my bag, and I can carry that with me pretty much anywhere I want in any bag that I've got. It always fits. So I've always got the ability to make a hot beverage if I'm out and about, which I think might represent the epitome of everyday carry luxury. I'm sure you can figure out some variations on this. But anyway, just because it's that time of year, and if you want to get out and about and stay warm, this is a really comfortable, luxurious way of doing that. So maybe something to consider adding to your own kit. All right. Thanks for watching.